There goes the big beefy buff going up the mountain pass. Trying to climb that incline in a blizzard snowstorm is just like pretty insane, especially with how much weight that train is carrying. Some more. Oh yeah, there we go. Now that's a shot. Oh, that's actually really cool seeing that go by like that. Nice shot. Oh, look at that. That is gorgeous. Those Aurora Borealises that pass right over at the middle of the night. Oh, it's so absolutely gorgeous. I love that. Wow. That is just a beautiful sight though. You stand back and you see the power of the Iron Horse fighting its way up the mountain pass. Hello YouTube, welcome back to Railroads Online. Today we are going to be doing some lumber mill running to the upper northern mines that I've got set up. I need to get a whole bunch of lumber beams delivered up to the iron mine along with the coal mine. The coal mine needs the beams, iron mine needs the lumber. And once we get that all set up, we need to do a second delivery to the ironworks. That way I can finally start getting some pipes and the crates of tools, and at some point maybe I can deliver those to the oil field, and they also need beams as well. I'm trying to get the oil refinery going as well. It needs a lot, needs the wood planks, pretty much everything needs wood. We need to deliver wood all over the place. Now we are also going to be simulating a little snow here, and we'll end up going through a little town in the center, and then if there's enough time in this video we'll go to the other town where the ironworks is. I'm hoping we should have a decent play. Now this is going to be a little rough. If I stop recording to edit out parts and stuff, it just breaks the whole recording. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to run this as one big session. Alright, take the brake off, regulator is set. We have to just be nice and gentle going around this bend. So let's see, so we have 5 cars full of the lumber, and then all the rest are beams, because that coal mine is a very big top priority. I want to make sure the coal is constantly stacked. That way, if we have to replenish any of the coal towers, we're golden and good to go. So here we are with Buff, my brand new train that I just bought. A D&RG class 125, a nice big heifer train. I'm so close to unlocking the Utah. I think I'm level 9. Yeah, no, I just became level 9. So technically, I do have a long way to go because you have to be level 12. But that's okay. So hopefully there are no trees on the line. Trees have been slowly respawning out of nowhere. Awesome, and now we can just coast. We'll make sure my signals are set. Okay, so I gotta switch that one and switch that one, and we'll go straight back up the mountain pass, or it's technically more of a hill pass. One big long straight grade. Here we go. Yeah, I know I've been getting a lot of comments on like some of my posts and previous Railroads Online videos, like asking what the game is, and oh, it looks so beautiful, and they wanted to like see some more of it. So I've been working on my Aurora Falls file. I had to restart. Unfortunately, pre-laid maps are not good. They break very easily. Alright, so now that we're pulled out, we'll set the regulator to max. So this is going to be a very heavy train, so we want to start building up the speed here. Alright, we'll get the generator on so that we have light. Need to get some more coal pumped in here too, looks like. Down to 80%. Start shoveling, boy. Yeah, you shovel that coal up in there and keep that hogging going. That's a nice mighty heifer right there. Alright, so we're carrying quite a few thousand pounds. A lot of thousands. Oh man, these on the far back are super heavy. I didn't realize I had my heaviest loads up in the back. That might cause some issues. But she's, yeah, Buff is pulling her. We got a little bit of an incline, though, still. Oh, yeah. Nighttime. This is a beautiful sight in Aurora Falls when the nighttime sky comes and all the Aurora Borealises, and you got the moon up in the background. Just the glory of Alaskan landscape. Whereas, honestly, in a weird way, I like to think of this as like northern Canada, not so much Alaska, because, like, I don't know, Canada, we have a lot of snow, good amount of mountains if you go to BC. Look at that. Oh, she's making it. She's getting up the grade. Yep, maintaining at least 20. That's like a good sign for me when I see that. So most of the time I've had like 2 trains, one on each end of this, to get it up the other pass. That was brutal. Alright, so now we're going to add a little snow. I guess we should probably start with just regular snow. Kind of let it build up a bit. Can't really see anything. It's so dark out when the snow hits. Oh, yeah. It's so dark you can't see anything. You know what? Here, let's make it daytime. There we go. I like when it's daytime. That way you can actually see the snow slowly piling up on the tracks and on the ground. Ooh, I just realized we're coming up to this area. I need to make sure I go straight and not collide into the passenger cars in the middle of the track. That'd be great, wouldn't it? Have a damn train accident while hauling all this good stuff. Alright, so yeah, so that goes into that lane there. Perfect. Got some wicked twists and turns all over this railroad. Now this pass here on the map, on the bottom of the other one there, it is a massive steel truss that goes all the way up into this mountain. And we're also about to pass through a small town. Let's see if we can get a nice shot of that. Alright. Here is the main town. Like this is the starting section here. I got some passenger cars here. Just like, you know, if we want to do some pretend passenger deliveries and stuff. We got some little lanterns. Everyone's all nice and cozy inside because of the snow coming in. Gets nice and cold up here in Canada. And here comes our big old beefy train. So we'll stand on the station's thing here. Get a nice little... That's actually, look at that. That's pretty cool. Doesn't plow the snow, unfortunately. Oh, that's actually really cool seeing that go by like that. Alright, we better fly back onto the train because coming up ahead is some multitude of different tracks. So this way here, if we were to go up that way, we'd go to the Ironworks town. It's a small, it's actually, I'd say, a decent village. It's got like one farm, couple of houses, and some saloons everywhere, and it's all kind of like really contained. They keep houses and stuff and whatnot closer together up in the colder areas. That way the dispersion of heat isn't so bad. Little towns kind of heat each other. And less piping. No one wants to do piping work. Alright, let's up the snow now. We're gonna get into some heavy snow. Oh wow, visibility is dropped. You can barely see. Can we open the window and look out the window? Look at all the tracks. Good thing it's nice and organized. And look at that. Yeah, we can look out the side of the window when you press T and R. T and R, you lean over. Wow. Just like the sight of the mountains and the snow. I don't know, it just gives me back like these like old vibes when I was a kid, like snowstorms and stuff. Always liked seeing a good snowstorm. But this isn't snowstorm level yet. Let's make sure it's full out blizzard. There we go. Now that's a blizzard. Look at that. Wow. The dark clouds, the bristling snow. There goes the big beefy buff going up the mountain pass. Trying to climb that incline in a blizzard snowstorm is just like pretty insane, especially with how much weight that train is carrying. Oh, just gaining elevation. The winds as you get higher must really hurt though. The wind chill of like minus 25 feel like minus 30. It's no place to be in Alaska, let alone Canada. Especially when you look out over the bridge and you can't see anything. Wow, that is just a beautiful sight though. You stand back and you see the power of the Iron Horse fighting its way up the mountain pass. Ooh, that winter snow darkness really hits. Cannot see anything. And it looks like the turn radiuses are pretty good too. Not losing speed. We're actually climbing this hill pretty well. It's about a 2.53% grade increase the whole way up, which is not too bad. You never really want to be anything more than like 4.5 is really pushing it. 4% grade increase, especially with a larger, heavier train, that's really asking for it. Anything more than 5 is just no, redo that track and redesign it. I do not like seeing crazy 5% grades. That's just insane. Whew. Get my kerosene lamp out. Yeah, I can't see anything. It's almost better to keep the kerosene light off. And now we have clear skies. Oh, look at the... Wow. Oh, look at that beautiful borealis. I want to get a nice shot of that. Oh, that is sweet. Going up the mountain pass and you have the Aurora Borealis in the background like that. That is so wicked. Let's see here. Let's get a nice little shot off the side here. Like that. There we go. With the moon in the back. Oh. Got some more. Oh yeah. There we go. Now that's a shot. The auroras are like right above. This is a very beautiful map. I know like everyone's all like focused on Mesa Plains, but I don't think people quite understand how like gorgeous this map is. Trying to get back on the train. There we go. Alright, and the snow melted pretty quick too. Alright, so over here there really hasn't been any actual construction of the town itself. There's just a station, coal, and some like services for trains. I kind of want to put a roundhouse around here somewhere as well, just so I can store my own personal trains. I like to have my own that all say 690 on them, but I also do buy trains for people who do want to play. So like buddy mine, Gamer Boy, He's got like his own train engine 5. Alright, let's get ready to stop and offload. We're going to try and do rolling stop here. So we'll keep moving the train and then... Oh, wrong button. I'll slow her down nice and easy, just like that. Alright, we're almost ready. There we go. Sweet. And just, we'll keep doing that. And just like that, we're now offloading beams as it comes to the station and drives by. It really helps in this way, doing this too. That way you're not stopping, going. This, you're just kind of like constantly moving, so you save a lot more time with your offloading. There we go. I want to offload all the beams that are here on my train. This will kind of get the coal mine back up and stocked and consume those rails. Oh, there we go. Let's get a nice shot. Oh, look at that. That is gorgeous. Those Aurora Borealises that pass right over at the middle of the night. Oh, it's so absolutely gorgeous. I love that. Alright, next stop is up ahead to the iron mine. Pretty sure they need... Yeah, they need some more lumber there as well. And they also consume some of their beams, which is fine. Alright, so that's plowing and going up. We want this to go to that side. And then that to go to that side. That way we can loop around. We'll loop around quickly, and then since like we've done a delivery to the town, we'll put like some quick buildings. I'll just kind of like show how I like to do my little towns here. Oh, we got some more state cars up here. Okay, yeah, I have like specific freight cars that stay around here. So these ones here are actually for the smelter when bringing iron bits up. Iron, I guess it's like iron ingots. Alright, so now we can slow that. Oh, nope, wrong button. There we go. We'll just let it come in and nicely slowly unload as we were before. And then we'll fast forward to daytime and we'll place a couple little buildings. No, we won't make a super massive town. I like to slowly build it up. Kind of gives like the idea of like the more deliveries, the more progression that the town slowly build up. So we'll probably build like a saloon, couple houses, and you know, some simple stuff. There we go. Nice slow steady movement. But yeah, this lumber is gonna be instantly devoured. It's not gonna take long for. Et voila! It is now offloaded. So we should be okay to go around. Yep, there are no cars on that side. And that line is open. Perfect. Awesome. So yeah, we'll go around. We'll slowly build up the town. We'll do some quick town building. Nothing too crazy. I also want to make sure that Buff can go around this corner here. Options, gameplay. We'll fast forward to morning. Beautiful. Turn the generator off. And look at that. A nice, beautiful morning. The snow is already melted. It's nice and warm. Beautiful fresh air. All you can smell is the grease of engines and the smoke of coal. Yeah, the smelter, I need to get a bunch of cord. Oh, there's Betsy. Yep, there's little Betsy. She doesn't even have her own number. She's just Betsy, the legendary. She doesn't even need a number. She's just the all in mighty glory. As you can see, I got this little system here of like I can offload the cord onto this platform, then onto this, and then to there. Kind of helps it instead of having to back up all the time, because that does get really annoying. And you gotta exploit things in games the best you can. That's how you min-max. I guess that's what the word is. Min-maxing. Alright, so we'll go up to this little station here. I like these new freight depots they have. They're a lot smaller. And they give off like that nice classic old country station. Alright, so now that the buddy here has done his delivery, he's gonna park the train here for a quick, technically I'd say a bathroom breakfast break, but in this case he's actually building a town. Let's see. Move it nice and forward until we clear the switch. There we go. We just barely cleared the switch there, but that's alright. Alright, so put the brake on. That could chill. Alright, so here's our little area to build. We still have to bring some wood up here at some point to get that going. I got some coal delivered to this coal tower, so it's at least ready to go whenever needed. And yeah, so here's just like a tiny little road path. We could probably extend it, make it a little bit bigger. Good way to do that is pretty much overlap your roads. Fill, load. There we go. There we go. So we'll take the embankment low. If it'll load. Okay, so let's see how does it look if we just go straight. It starts to. There we go, so we'll put that like that, and then it should straighten out enough. Yep, there we go. Alright, so we're just going to make a straight road for now. And, yeah, we'll bring it up this way. We'll kind of make it look like that connects to the mine. Looks like I might have accidentally... Yep, I screwed that up. Gosh darn it. So this is how you fix this then. You go back this way. There we go. And then this here, we can delete. Oh, nope. And just go to all props. There we go. Yeah, so we'll delete that. Same thing with this one. We'll delete that. There. So now this one should be a lot more steady. There. Connected to the one that is tall. There. So now we have a nice little straight road. Nothing super crazy. We could probably make like a four-way cross. So we can make a road that splits off here, goes toward that mine, and then a road that goes towards the ironworks. But for now, we're just going to make a separate little embankment road. Let's see. I want my embankment to actually... Can I connect anything from here, maybe? Doesn't look like it, unfortunately. Oh, that sucks. That's okay. So what we'll do is... like that. There we go. Perfect. Does not have to be completely perfect, but I like to go with some level of realism. There we go. So that can kind of go like that. City district planning in the finest. Have that line up just like that. Sweet. There, now that we have a road, we can build some stuff. So first off, we'll start with some buildings. Let's start with a doctor's building. Let's go with the yellow. And we'll back that up from the road just a little bit. And yeah, just like that should be good. Now that's the only crappy thing, is every time you build a building you have to go back into the thing, go back all the way to the buildings. So now we'll have law office. No, not yet. Here we go. A saloon. I have a yellow saloon. We'll space that out just like that. Next building. Sheriff's office. These are, we're kind of doing like all the bare basic buildings that you would have in a village. And a gunsmith. Yeah, totally. Absolutely gotta have a gunsmith. And we'll have it right beside the sheriff building. 'Cause God forbid, sheriff can't go without a gun. That's how you get lawlessness and bandits. We'll put an undertaker with blue. We'll also put a couple houses here. Now we gotta rotate that. I like to keep lightly rotate just like that. We'll put two of the same right beside each other. Oh, wrong button. I hit B. Ah, crap. Wrong button, damn it. So we have the gunsmith. We don't have a bank. Maybe we should put a bank. Oh, we should probably put a church, though. That might be necessary. So we'll put the church right, yeah, right around there. End of the road type of thing. And back it up a bit. There. There, it's not a bad town. We'll get couple of more houses here. Residential house. Let's get some of these. And we'll put them behind this part of the town with a little bit of spacing, just in case. There, that's not a too bad looking town to start. Now we just gotta add some of these outhouses. Or an outbuilding, as it's called. Let's put one here. Put one beside the undertaker. Just like that. We'll have one over here across the road. I'm very precise about how I want my angles too. So we'll have two like that. There. We could probably add some props here and there, but we're not going to. This is just a nice basic start to a town. Slowly build it up later. Alright, now we need to go and get some more wood. That way we can deliver it to the ironworks, and then we can check out that town. So here we go. Here come big old Iron Buff racing down the line. He's making sure he's getting his job done and getting his daily $2 pay. $2 back then was considered a lot of money. Take your hat off, boy. That's a one whole dollar bill. Let's get a nice shot of this train coming over this spot here. Back in these days, the kids would play around railroads waiting for trains and take a 5-cent nickel and try and crush it on the tracks. See, what an awesome shot. Like, you can get so many cool train spotting moments in this game. Alright, let's get back on the engine. Whoa, get back here. Whoa. There we go. Alright, so we did snow. Let's try... Instant thunderstorm. Oh, that is rough looking. The weather's really gone to shit in this game. That actually looks kind of haunting. Not gonna lie. It's I think I prefer the snow though. Let's go back to snow. There we go. Yeah, just nice calming snow. Oh, we're starting to gain speed. Yeah, I'm pretty sure anytime you transition between like any other weather and snow, you get slight lag bits. Excuse me. Hopefully I can edit that one out. Probably not. Alright, so as we come down this mountain, yeah, you can see the... Oh, there it is. The rest of the down in decline. We're going to probably gain a lot of speed here. Should also probably slow down right before this turn. Because this turn looks a little rough. Oh, I hope I slowed down enough. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. And it's autumn, year 1. Huh, interesting. Considering I think you start spring and then summer. And that way down there leads to my oil well. And I want to build a town, not the oil well, but it would only be like 2 or 3 buildings. Be very, very small. Be pretty much like a small living town for the people who work at the oil well. A saloon, doctor, and then like a house. There we go. Let's get ready to brake a little bit more. I don't want to brake too hard because I guarantee something will come off the rails. And trying to re-rail stuff up on this decline's a bit of a bitch. There's that speed increase again. Whew, so far so good. Nice. There we go. You can pretty much handle the entire track at 20. That's usually how I design my tracks. Oh man, not being able to see the tracks from the snow gets a little scary. Alright, let's keep an eye on these other freight cars as we come around this bend. I've had like 2 or 3 derailments at this corner here. And it looks good. Alright, let's get some throttle going. Now the big challenge will be going to the ironworks place, because that incline and decline is a lot. It goes like up high, and then the minute it gets to its highest point, it instantly starts to go down. So it's kind of got like a roller coaster effect. It's a very dangerous pass to go through. As you can see, I've started placing some telegraph poles. I want to have at least, I'm going to have the towns that I create set up with the telegraph post connections. I might do the industries as well, I don't know. Last time I did a giant network of telegraph poles, and this is a much bigger map. I mean, it'd be cool. A nice little added mix. Let's see. That's a cool sight, seeing the train go by with the snow. Sure would be nice, though, if they added the ability to customize our characters. I don't know about you, but I would really think that would be cool if I could make my character look the way I want him to. Like, you can kind of personalize your trains. Like, you can change like the color and the headlights and the smokestacks, but you can't really like customize it too much. Like, if you could actually choose your paint colors, I think that'd be kind of cool. It'd probably add a lot of stuff to it to do that, but I think it'd be cool. Alright, it's almost nighttime again. Alright, so we made it down the mountain pass, or not really a mountain pass, but the decline, and we are pulling into the lumber station. Just gotta go nice and easy around this bend. Last thing I want is a derailment of all these cars. Derailments are fun, or funny, but the amount of times you have to sit there and re-rail everything, and I'm very OCD. I like to try and keep the numbers in line. And this train's probably going to be a lot heavier than the last one, because we're going to have just endless wood planks. We're going to load up as many wood planks as we can take, mostly because between the 50 that it's going to consume and then everything else after. So if we can kind of fill it up, and then once we get to the ironworks station, that will probably be the end bit for a bit, because this video is probably already super long. Try and fast forward to mornings. And the fun thing too that you can also do to make quick easy money, if you deliver any wood or any kind of wood to those wooden plank like firewood creating platforms, you still get paid. So you could in theory build a little spot with a bunch of those and then just instantly deliver, or in my case you could even put freight cars on this side and then have a freight depot on the other side and just spam it endlessly, constantly unload a car and then offload at the freight station. It's a little chummy doing it like that though. You're kind of destroying the grind, but you know, that's the fun of this game. You can exploit stuff any way you want. In this case, I'm doing the main grind of actually building up the industries, the much harder grind. We could probably load up the beams. Yeah, we'll load up the beams with us. Might as well. And yeah, there's a firewood facility there as well. So yeah, we'll do that. We'll bring some beams and we'll drop some beams off to make some firewood up there. Might as well. There's plenty. Yeah, there's going to be plenty of beams to take anyway. Oh, is it going to miss? Nope, we're good. Sweet. Look at that. Now we're fully loaded. Let's pitter patter and get at her. Regulator. Whistle. Bell. We need as much speed as we can get going up this hill. Alright, now that we've had some snow for a bit, let's do a little partly cloudy. Oh, this is beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Alright, so we made it up the incline hill. We're just about to pass one of my little areas of connections, but what we need to do is when we go past here, we need, yep, there's the switch. We're going to take this hard turn. Hopefully it works out. That switch is set, and then that should take us all the way down to the ironworks. Needs a little more coal down there. Probably get some more iron too when we can, but for now let's get this lumber delivered. Now I can't remember. I think I have to go on this side to deliver that. Either way. Alright, let's check out the town of Silverton. It's trying to load. That's the one thing you don't want to build too big of scenery on this map. You end up having too much and it'll just crash. There we go. So now we can just walk around the town. It's Sunday. Already went to church. Got my tonics from the doctor. My laxatives for later. Oh wait, never mind. That's the Taco Bell I ate. I don't have a telescope or binoculars. That'd be cool. And this is the Canadian National Railway. Much like the crazy Canadian Railway from Lake Valley. Or is it Pine Lake? Lake Valley? I think it's Lake Valley. Oh, here she comes. Big Iron Horse Buff. Bye, Buff. Nice big old juicy train. Good amount of money too. This should actually pay out pretty nice, considering I paid 20 grand for that train. And now it's safe to cross. I should probably put railroad crossing signs here. That'd be really sad. or funny, depending your oh crap, I forgot we're going around the tight end. Oh, please don't derail. Oh, it's looking good. Huh. Wow, that's actually kind of impressive. I guess I did do a good job making that line. Alright, so now that we haven't gone up here yet, so this is kind of like the double track bridge. Two separate bridges. And just for convenience, really, that way if there's multiple trains. I do have one buddy that was playing on here, but unfortunately anytime I put multiplayer on, no one really joins. Don't blame them. It's kind of like going through a journey through the forest. God, like that. Nice little forest trip with nature and trees and fresh air and animals. The monsters. Bigfoot's around here somewhere. I'm gonna find him, get a piece of his hair, and hang it up with a nail. I have been also gonna have another line from here, have a switch already set. I want to try and connect either these gold stuff or all this stuff down here to that. I haven't quite decided where I'm gonna connect it or how I'm gonna do it, but at least it's kind of planned. Alright, this is the much harder incline. Hopefully Buff can do it. Anytime I go up this section, I need like a double train. I think he'll do it. Buff has this. Let's give him a little extra coal. Let's feed him. Gotta feed the beast. That's the one thing about this game I don't like though, is this jitteriness when not. There we go. We are now, I believe, yeah, we're close to the middle of the map, in the midway point between going up in the cold mountains, where there's constant snow. Whew! Look at that. That is some incline. Goes right up and then starts to drop right down instantly. Okay, we're slowly starting to lose some speed, but it's pulling. 100% on the regulator. Oh, come on, Buff. You can do it. Don't give up. You're the powerhouse. You're the strongest train I've got. Until I get the Uintah, then you're screwed. Come on. There you go. He's got this. And now we're gonna start going down. Oh, this could be a nice little spot for a town too. Got the nice view of the mountains, the lower valley. All right, pitter patter. Let's get out of here. Chug it, chug it, chug it. Actually, right along this border too would be a nice spot for a town. Cliff Mountain. I mean, technically in the future this could all be one giant super town. Alright, we're starting to come down pretty sloped. I think this is the 3.5 grade here. Maybe 4? No. Oh yeah, this is definitely the 4. Nice and easy. Ah, there's the town. It's the borderline town that goes into that right before the mountains. People will probably come here, that way they try and hike good old Yuki Mountain. Now I'm pretty sure I set it to go left, because that's where I have to offload my materials. Pretty sure it's on the left. You know what? Let's just stop. We'll just stop the train. There we go. We're fine. We're golden. Let's see, because I can't remember. Just wanted to share the quick Aurora Borealises. Can't go wrong with that beautiful magnetic field protecting our beautiful planet. Now we'll go back to gameplay. Set it back to daytime. Let's see, what side do we gotta unload everything? We have a nice little depot station here too, which is nice. And it looks like, yep, left side. Perfect. And that is over on that side. Sweet. Alright, we're good. And yeah, this is the much more crammed town. Everything's really close together. It's the idea of trying to keep the heat from escaping because everything's much closer together. And you got the heat coming off of this factory. Got the coal station and a little farm here. Nothing too crazy, just a simple farm. Little fences. Of course, you got the church. This was kind of just like a bootleg town or a shake and bake colony. So now we've seen and know where we're going. Full steam ahead. Don't know why it had to incline like that. It could have just probably flattened out, but oh well, it is what it is. Let's see how much we can do the slow offload. Oh, crap. That's a lost bundle. No. Sweet, so this should actually really boost up. I'll have plenty of tool crates to deliver. Don't know about piping though. Don't know why wood is needed to make pipes. Perfect. Look at that. Nicely done. All the, well, besides one bundle, unfortunately, but all the wood there has been delivered, so now we have to back up so we can deliver these beams. We could just deliver them right here, but you know what? I'd rather get some firewood, because the odd train that does come up here with firewood, or if it's a firewood train. Alright, quickly, go in reverse. Yeah, that house is so damn close to the train. It would really suck if it derailed right there and hit it. Well, good thing they only pay $5 a year for house insurance. Must be nice. Also, a little bit more quiet because my son just went to bed. So I don't want to be screaming and yelling. So this is kind of like a good game. If I was doing nuclear option, it'd be a totally quiet video. And I'm on nights this week, which means I'm gonna be very tired. I like this town though. Like, even though it's very crammed together and some would say it's a little unrealistic, I just like the idea of, like, it was like they were finally starting to urban plan. Oh, some firewood is better than no firewood. Et voila! We have now finished our delivery to the ironworks factory up in between the mountains, right before the mountains technically, and the sun is setting. This was nice and beautiful. What a great way to end the day and end the video right here, just like that. Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed this Railroads Online. You know, just doing some simple resource deliveries. We'll be able to do some more advanced delivery stuff here soon, now that we've got the ironworks stocked up. Plenty of pipes and plenty of cargo, which has to go to the oil well. And yeah, we'll let my guy have a sleep, because he's been awake for 4 straight days, or a whole year. I don't know. You can't sleep in the game. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you want more Railroads Online. As always, stay safe and stay happy.